Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video, doing European outlook for today's video. So as was on a Thursday, we're having a look at the weather in detail for Northern Europe, and we'll get on that for you in a second. Really hot in the southeast of Europe, much cooler, much unsettled in the northwest. We'll see whether that general setup's going to carry on for the next week to 10 days. Just to say that the first video release today was our 7 AM forecast. We also released the GMA seasonal update for you today, and I'm going to change to 14 day with all of the regular features coming up later on this afternoon. Please like, share, subscribe on all the videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that, for Gazworth Vids. Right, okay, let's get on with it, man. I'm going to start off with the situation today across Europe. So, as I said, we've got a northwest-southeast split, really, at the moment. So, northern and western Europe, unsettled low pressure is dominating across Scandinavia and down into UK and Ireland, and also pushing into some other western parts of Europe like Denmark, northern Germany, and the low coast into northern France as well. Going further southwards and eastwards of that, though, it's hot through and particularly hot through this southeastern part of Europe, and we can see that quite clearly with the upper air temperature. Look how hot it is through the Mediterranean, and especially so, you know, in this southeastern corner of Romania, for example, exceptionally hot, and all the way back towards the Balkans and around the Adriatic coast. They're very, very hot, and in some parts of Italy as well, really hot through there, and Greece too. Bakingly hot, but further north and west, it's much cooler, much more unsettled with this area of low pressure. There's still some residual warmth left over Scandinavia and some northeastern parts of Europe. So the unsettled weather is in the north and west today, showers along with spells of rain and thunderstorms across northern and western Europe. But go further southwards and eastwards, it's a primarily dry scene through many of those southern and eastern parts of Europe, and exceptionally hot as well through this southeast corner. Temperatures are going to be at or above 40 degrees Celsius, over 100 Fahrenheit, I think, through the southeast corner of Europe and down into the eastern part of the Mediterranean. Generally a really hot scene through most of the Med, temperatures widely into mid to upper 30 Celsius. Going further northwards, though, it's much cooler in the northern and western part of Europe. So, for example, UK, Ireland, struggling to get out of the teens Celsius in quite a few areas. Central parts of Scandinavia is still looking quite warm, as I said, with some residual warmth left over there, and into northeast Europe as well. Right, through to Friday, we're going to continue with this northwest-southeast split. So northern and west parts of Europe again looking unsettled with low pressure, bringing showers along with spells of rain and pretty cool temps as well. And again, from southern southeastern parts of Europe, it does look hot. Again, look at the upper air temperatures. If anything, it's even hotter tomorrow from many parts of the Med and into southeastern corner of Europe too. It's an extreme heat with temperatures again widely into the upper 30s, if not the low 40s Celsius. Once more though, we go further northwards, and clearly it's a much cooler scene in this northern and western part of Europe. So going to be a lot of dry weather through southern Europe as well. Very hot, dry, sunny. Go further north as we find some thunderstorms over the Alps, and then that marks the boundary really between like hot and sunny weather across southern Europe and the cooler, more unsettled weather further north. So showers, long spells, rain and thunderstorms through Scandinavia into northeast Europe, and again quite wet, windy through parts of Ireland and the UK. Some thunderstorms kicking off over France as well. Temperatures again look hot through much of the Med and into southeastern corner of Europe, again widely into the upper 30s, if not low 40 Celsius. To the north and west, though, it will be a lot cooler through Scandinavia down to Ireland and the UK. It's perhaps a bit warmer through Germany, below countries and France, tomorrow and over towards Poland, however. Through to Saturday, again, looks unsettled across northern Europe with low pressure over Scandinavia, a bit of a trough over the UK and Ireland. Southern, southeast parts of Europe continue with these very hot conditions. No real change on Saturday, so it remains exceptionally hot through most parts of the Med and in southeast Europe too. Much cooler and fresher up to the north and west of Europe. Thunderstorms, perhaps coming a little bit more widespread through some parts of France, over the Alps, perhaps towards Hungary, for example. Go further northwards, again, storms could develop around Poland with outbreaks of rain through southern Scandinavia and down into Germany and northern parts of France, and then sunshine and showers for Ireland and the UK. Much of southern, east and southeast Europe will be dry, hot, and sunny. It must be said, again, exceptional heat in the southeastern corner of Europe with temperatures into the low 40s Celsius. To the northwest, it will be quite a bit cooler. And then on into Sunday, we keep things unsettled across northern Europe with a trough low pressure over Scandinavia, and we bring down the showery northerly wind. Perhaps we're beginning to see some of that heat begin to get pushed a little bit further eastwards. If we look at the upper air temperatures, it might be starting to cool down a bit through the central part of the Med and back into Spain, but at the same time, the extreme heat goes on around southern Italy, over the Adriatic, through the Balkans, and down to that southeastern corner of Europe. Extreme heat continues there with those upper air temperatures. Exceptionally hot. Further northwards and westwards, it is a lot cooler and fresher, but it will be unsettled across many central, north and western parts of Europe with showers along spells raining, while southern, southeastern Europe will continue to be dry, hot and sunny. And the temperatures again showing extreme heat in that southeastern part of Europe with temperatures widely going above the 40s Celsius, much cooler out to the northwest. On into Monday, that's how things looking. So again, a weakening trough of low pressure over Scandinavia, and possibly starting to raise heights a little bit across western parts of Europe. It still looks as though things are pretty hot, though, in that southeast corner, although maybe beginning to see that heat again ebbing just a little bit further eastwards, possibly starting to push a bit further northwards as well into some of the parts of Russia, for example, up towards the Black Sea. And moving more over towards the, perhaps moving more over towards the Middle East. Still very hot scene, though, across many southeastern parts of Europe. The proper cool, and some of Europe too, but proper cooler and fresher air is again in the north and the west of Europe. So mainly dry, hot, sunny through most parts of southern, southeastern Europe. Some showers or thunderstorms further northwards and westwards once again. Going to show you the temperature. So the temperature on Monday, again, just shows that heat perhaps beginning to pull out the Balkans a little bit and receding a little bit towards like Black Sea and perhaps more towards the Middle East. But it still remains very hot through that southeast corner, especially through like Greece. Southern parts of Italy remain very hot through there. And then further northwards and westwards is going to be much cooler and fresher with temperatures into the upper teens or low to mid 20s Celsius. Tuesday, again, we look like that, so a little bit of a ridge extending into the UK and Ireland, perhaps, so it is quite weak. Trough of low pressure over Scandinavia. The heat wave looks like it's beginning to slip further eastwards and southeastwards, perhaps, as we go into Tuesday. Although, to be honest, maybe the heat's reloading again from southern parts of Italy into the central part of the Med. So, I mean, it's not really going anywhere fast, is it, those extreme hot upper air temperatures. Further northwards and westwards, it remains a much, much cooler scene again across the northwestern parts of Europe. There are heavy showers and thunderstorms beginning to break out on Tuesday as well, particularly through France and up in towards Germany, possibly affecting parts of the low coast of Poland. As well. Showers over Scandinavia, a fair amount of dry weather for UK and Ireland, but maybe some shower rain coming in later on. And then this east and southeastern part of Europe again just looks really hot and sunny. Temperatures extremely hot in the southeast of Europe at around 40 degrees. Again, northern and west Europe looking quite a lot cooler. Wednesday, again, we're just starting to try and move some lower pressure in off the Atlantic. Perhaps a heat wave looks like it continues through that southern, southeastern parts of Europe with those extreme hot upper air temperatures all the time. It continues to be cooler in the north and west. The boundary will be these thunderstorms just here through France into Germany, around the Alpine areas and over towards southern parts of Poland. Showers on spells rain to the northwest, about mainly dry, hot and sunny through most parts of the Med. Extreme heat through southern Italy and into the southeastern part of Europe continuing. No real change. It might cool down a little bit through parts of the Balkans around the early to middle part of next week, but generally this southeastern part of Europe again just looks very, very hot right way to the middle of next week. Perhaps a bit warmer across western parts of Europe as well. And then into Thursday, it looks like low pressure is beginning to head towards Ireland and the UK, so that might be starting to threaten some outbreaks of rain. Meanwhile, further north, it's trying to settle down a bit, I think, over Scandinavia. And further south, the heat wave goes on, so the extreme heat continues there in that southeast corner. This is a very, very long-lasting heat wave through this southeastern part of Europe. I have to say, there's no sign of it going anywhere really in the next week. All the time to the northwest, it is a lot cooler and fresher. Again, you see the boundary on Thursday with these thunderstorms from like northern Spain through to east parts of France and southern Germany, southern Poland, and into Ukraine. That's the boundary. To the south and east of that, it's going to be extremely hot and sunny, continuing heat wave conditions. And to the north and west will be cooler, fresher, with showers and maybe some longer spells of rain. I'll just move you on to day 10. So this is how things look next Friday. So low pressure just gradually starting to move in from off the Atlantic, bringing showers or longer spells of rain into northern and western parts of Europe. High pressure trying to get going over Scandinavia. It looks like the heat wave continues in the south and southeast of Europe. That's day 10, Sunday the 8th of August. Again, just looks rather showery in the north and west with low pressure never far away. The heat wave really does continue, though, across southern and eastern parts of Europe. There's the upper air temperatures showing it remains very, very hot, like through Italy into the southeast of Europe and the Adriatic Balkans down to Greece. The heat wave just goes on. Right way up to day 10, northern and western Europe will be that bit cooler and fresher, quite a lot cooler and fresher compared to southern, southeastern parts of Europe. So yeah, dangerous heatwave conditions here for the east-southeast due to the longevity of this. I don't think it's that unusual to get temperature into 40 Celsius in the southeast of Europe in the middle of summer, but this is a very, very long-lasting heatwave going to go on for many days. There's no sign really of an end to it, certainly not in the next week. So I mean, it is going to be pretty serious, I think. So if you're in that part, we do have people watching from like Romania and southeast parts of Europe, from Greece and whatnot. So and Balkans. So if you're in that area, then just try and keep cool and keep your fluids topped up and whatnot, because it is going to be it's going to be pretty nasty, I think, this heat wave for the next week or so. No problems further northwards and westwards. Much cooler for the UK, for Scandinavia, for Ireland, and the concern there, I suppose, just outbreaks of rain and showers and so on. But in that southeast corner, it is going to be pretty extreme. Right, do European outlook for you again next Thursday. We'll be back later on with your 10 to 14 day. That will include all the regular features. So come back for that then. But for the European outlook for this week, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.